enlightenment came to Gautama the Buddha. He was tempted to escape from the world, but turned back in compassion to awaken all men to reality by preaching the Four Noble Truths. All life is suffering. All suffering arises from craving, selfish desire. But if this self, this craving is extinguished, all suffering will cease. This is nirvana. This is the path of the Buddha, open to all mankind, men or women, of high caste or low. By the 3rd century before Christ, Buddhism was the ruling religion in India. Where he had lived and taught, great monuments called stupas were built, some of them at Sanchi, some at Bodh Gaya, the place of enlightenment, and at Sarnath, where Buddha preached the word. At Nalanda, 2,000 years ago, pilgrims came from all over Asia to be taught by the monks whose order, founded by Buddha himself, was called Theravada, the teaching of the elders. In India, Buddhism was reabsorbed by Hinduism from which it had come. But to Ceylon were brought its ancient scriptures and traditions. Here, missionaries taught the ideals of charity and compassion. And from Ceylon, Buddhism spread by sea to the islands of Indonesia, where, in Java, the shrines of Borobudur mark the capital of an ancient civilization dedicated to the teaching of Buddha. By land and sea, it spread through the mainland of Southeast Asia, Burma, Thailand, and Cambodia. In central Burma stands a forest of stupas, the holy city of Pagan on the Irrawaddy, built by a Buddhist emperor in the 11th century. A great outpost of Buddhist learning for 200 years, then destroyed by Kublai Khan, it is still a place of devotion and pilgrimage. In the monsoon lands of Ceylon, Burma, and Indochina, Buddhism founded a civilization devoted to universal love and to human perfection, to the hope of nirvana that each man must, like Buddha, find for himself. In the festivals of Southeast Asia, people honor the Buddha as a symbol of enlightenment and do reverence to the mortal relics of their teacher and example who has gone on into nirvana. In Burma, Buddhists follow the example of the Master in a great ceremony of renunciation. Buddha taught that there is only one real sacrifice, the sacrifice of our own desires, our own self. The young monk's head is shaved as a sign that he has renounced the world and its pleasures. Giving up family and fortune, he takes refuge in the Buddha, the enlightened one, the teacher and example. He takes refuge in the Word, the truth that Buddha himself left to his disciples. And he takes refuge in the Buddhist community, the order of monks. The monk is the ideal of the Theravada Buddhists. He lives in peace and tolerance, in compassion and meditation. Renouncing their possessions, the monks are living examples of unselfishness, pointing the way to nirvana, the path of the Buddha. At some time in his life, every Theravada Buddhist, man or woman, may enter the monastic order. Even as a layman, he follows the Buddha's way of life. Hurt no others with that which pains yourself. And the Buddha said, expect nothing from the merciless gods, For they too are born, grow old, die, and are reborn. Alone man is born, alone he lives, and alone he dies. You alone must make the effort. The Buddhas of this world are only teachers. All created things perish. He who knows and sees this is at peace, though in a world of pain. This is the way to purity. All forms are unreal. He who knows and sees this is at peace, though in a world of pain. This is the way to purity. The forms and images of the Theravada temples are symbols, symbols of enlightenment, symbols of nirvana, the annihilation of desire. None can save us but ourselves. No one can and no one may. We ourselves must tread the path. Buddhas only show the way.